Hi everyone, Katie the Crafty Blog Stalker here, and I am so excited about today's project. We are going to be making the cutest layered 3D bunnies, perfect for Easter and spring, using glitter paper and the Cricut Explorer Air 2. So let's get started. So here it gives a description, instructions on how to assemble the bunny. It's a moderate project, so this wouldn't be great for like a first-time Cricut user. And it says 30 minutes to an hour. I made one earlier today and it took me about 45 minutes. So all that we need to do is just come down here and click on this little green button that says Make It Now. And it brings it up all ready to cut already on our mats. So you can see over here there are 5 different mats, so you'll need 5 sheets of 12 by 12 cardstock. And we're ready to go, so I'm just going to come over here and click on Go. And then I'm going to turn on my machine so it connects to it. So I've got my glitter paper here, and I'm also going to use just the standard grip mat, which is the green mat. So I'm going to take off that protective sheet there, and I'm just gonna lay my first sheet down and just kind of stick it down. So I'm gonna take my mat and push it up right against these rollers. I don't want to force it in, but I'm gonna push it up against these rollers, and then I'm gonna hit that load button and it's gonna suck that mat right in. And now when it's ready to start cutting, the second button starts to blink. And I just click on that and it's gonna start cutting. We're going to sort our pieces here. And I've got some legs, so just wanna make sure I get my legs going in the right direction. Now this is a bunny head piece. And you'll notice one side is very curved and the other side kind of has like a little point to it. The little point is actually the bottom of the bunny head. So that is how I know which bunny head goes to which size. And then this is the hollow, or the piece with the eyes and the ears. And that one just matches the background piece, of course. So I've sorted all of my pieces. So I'm going to put this side over here. And we are just going to start working on one side at a time. So here are all of the pieces. Now before I actually start assembling, I'm going to take my bunny head and an ink pad and a sponge dauber, and I'm gonna just apply a little bit of pink behind right where the ears go. I'm just gonna open up that ink pad, pick up a little bit of ink on my sponge dauber, and just tap on that ear. It doesn't add a lot of color, but it adds enough to be able to see it through the top piece. And I'm not going to bring that color all the way to the edge. I'm just going to do the center like that. And then we're going to do the same on the very nose of the back piece, because the nose is cut out in a top piece too. And I also need adhesive foam dots. So I've got lots of adhesive foam dots right here. You're going to use a ton of these on your project. I probably won't use all of these. I think there's 300, but I'll probably use at least, or I know I'll use a full sheet and possibly a sheet and a half. So you want to make sure that you have lots of foam dots available. So we're starting with the biggest piece, and we are then going to work up to the smallest piece. So we've got our biggest piece there, and here is the next piece. So I've got my adhesive foam dots here, And we are going to use a lot. So I'm just going to put them kind of everywhere, all over the back side of the second piece of my bunny. I don't want them to be right up against the edge, just a little bit in from the edge. And the reason you want to use a lot of these is because if you're only using like one or two, it really doesn't keep the whole piece separate from what it's laying on. It can kind of flatten out, and you definitely want there to be separation between the two pieces, because that is what makes this layered bunny so stinking cute, is all of the layers. Now, foam dots always come with a little protective backing sheet. So we're going to remove all of those quickly. And then we will apply it to our back piece. Does anybody have any fun plans for Easter? Easter Sunday is in 2 Sundays. That is crazy to me. I don't feel like it should be Easter already. Okay, so now I'm going to take this piece, and using the bottom, I'm going to line up the two pieces. So there are our pieces right there. So now we need the next smallest piece, which is this piece right here. It has the little foot notch right there. So we're going to do the same thing. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our first bunny that we already put together, and we're going to lay it down face down. And we aren't gluing anything together yet, but we do want to line it up. And then I need to line up this piece with this little foot piece right here. So I'm going to line against the bottom, but I'm also going to line up that foot piece from the other side. So now those two sides will line up just like they should. Now these don't really extend past, the legs don't extend past, so I don't need to worry about those being exactly the same. So we can just put those on. Okay, so I'm going to line up that. Again, just using the bottom of the bunny as the guide, that line there, across the bottom. Then I've got my little thigh pieces, I guess, that I can't think of anything else to call them, that just kind of accentuate the legs a little bit. And let's see, how did I line that? Okay. I don't have to be in the same spot, but I'd like them to at least look the same. Okay. So now we're going to move on to our cute little bunny head, and we're going to do that the same way as well. About out of, that was my last one off of that sheet. So I'm going to my new sheet of foam dots here. And again, I'm going to take one and cut it in half, since one is a little bit too wide, but I still want to have some separation in that skinny part of the ear right there. And then I need my pearls so I can give my cute little bunny an eye. I've just got some tweezers here. These pearls already, they're like halved, and they already have a sticky part in the back, or on the back of them. And now we're gonna do the same thing because I want this side of the head to line up with the head on this bunny. So we're gonna lay it down and line up those pieces. I'm gonna put a couple foam dots on here. That's kind of been the motto, the theme throughout, a couple foam dots. Have my little pile over here of all my backs. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure we're lined up. And then I'm going to line up the ears and the face. Okay, so now we have two sides of a bunny. So now, what do you think we join the two together with? Foam dots! More foam dots. Okay, so I'm gonna stop talking for a second, just so I can line this up. I don't wanna goof it up. Ta-da! Oh, cute. Okay, let's do the test. Does it stand by itself? Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, it does! I've got some ribbon here, and we're going to give our little bunny just a little ribbon collar with a little bow to make it super cute. And I've got my hot glue gun here as well. And we're just going to put it all on with the hot glue gun, because that's really just the easiest way to do it. And I don't do bows. I wish I knew how to tie super cute bows. I know there's people out there that can do it. I am not one of those people. I cannot figure out how to tie cute bows. So I'm going to cheat and show you how I'm going to cheat. Because it'll be a cute bow, but it's not actually going to be a tied bow. My tied bows always are twisted, and I've had so many people even show me different ways to tie bows, and they never turn out the same way. Okay, so now I'm going to cut another piece of ribbon, and this time we're going to just create a little loop. Need a dot of glue. I'm just going to loop it over on itself like that. Then I need another piece that's about like that. And I have this little scrap. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of flatten that ribbon a little bit just with my finger. And I've got this little short piece of ribbon that I'm going to wrap around it. So I'm going to put a dot of glue there in the center. And then I'm going to wrap the ribbon around the centerpiece here. And then to make it stick, again, another little dot of hot glue. This is actually low temp glue, so it doesn't really burn if you get your fingers on it. Okay, so there is the bow part. So now we just need, here, I'll move this so you can see it a little bit better. Now we are just going to, again, put another dot of glue on the back. And I'm just going to glue that down to the center. And now I'm going to trim my little end tails here. See, there's my loop. There's my loop, and I'm just going to trim this little piece however long I want it to be, which is just a touch past the loop. This is almost always how I do my bows. And you can like tuck the ends so they're at a V too if you want that kind of bow. Because I can't tie bows. It's like a serious dysfunction. So then I'm going to take my bunny and I'm just going to glue it on right there. Aww. And now my cute little bunny has a cute little bow. Aren't these little paper bunnies just the cutest? I am just in overload mode of adorability-ness. I'm making up words, they're so cute. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today has been so much fun. While you're here, I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming tutorials. And you can also always find me at my home base at thecraftyblogstalker.com. Thanks so much. Bye everybody. Happy crafting!